daughters. Caitlin, how have you managed all this, just the entire thing? And I'd like to have perspective from Gabby, too, because, you know, in a lot of ways you guys are playing in the shadow, I guess, if nothing else.
Yeah, I think it's been a journey, and it's honestly gone really fast. And obviously this last year has been really crazy. My life has been really crazy. All of our lives have been crazy, but I don't know, like my main goal, my main focus is basketball and school and getting my degree, and that's where I spend all of my time doing that. And it's been nice. Like I'm close to finishing my degree, so a lot of my stuff is online this semester, and just getting to enjoy these last few months of basketball with my best friends has been really, really fun for myself. And I guess that's what the thing where I find kind of peace in is, like, I don't feel like this is a job. I don't feel like I have to go out there and score 40 points a night. Like, I just go out there and have fun. And, you know, at the same time, I know this is a team sport. I have 4 other people on the court with me at the same time, and I can rely on them. And I'm going to need them if we want to reach our goals in March. It can't just be me. And they've been playing amazing basketball too. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like we still act the same way. We still, I don't know, are the same team. We have the same culture that we've always had since I stepped on the court when I was a freshman. And I think like that just speaks to who we are, and that's the reason we've had success, is because that's how we approach every single day.
Yeah, I would just say, obviously she has a lot of attention on her all the time, and that can bring a lot of pressure, but I think she handles it better than anyone I've ever met. I know if it was me, it'd be a lot on me, so I give her props for that. And I think she just comes in every day, every practice, and you can just tell how much she loves her teammates and how much she loves her coaches and how much she just loves the game. And so I think that just radiates through everything that she does. And I mean, there's no one more deserving than her of everything that she's accomplished.
Kyle Huseman, Hawkeye Report. Question for both of you guys. This is the last time for you guys that you get to go through an NCAA tournament. You're both moving on from Iowa after this year. What's the mood like for you guys, knowing that, you know, it's different from last year where you come in, you know, there's another year, but this is the last time you get to try to make a run in the NCAA tournament?
Honestly, like I would say for myself, and I don't know if this is the same for Gab, like it doesn't really feel like this is like the end for us. I feel like that's not really how we're approaching it. I feel like we're kind of approaching it like this is very business-like. This is like we're here to win. We're here to get back to the Final Four. I feel like if you approach it in a way of, you know, this is the end, this is our last time playing on our home court, this is our last time hosting, like you can get too caught up in the emotions of it, and sure, you're going to feel the emotions at some point. That's just how it's going to go. But I think just approaching it in like a business-like manner and going 1-0 every single day is always what Coach Bluter says. I think that's the biggest thing, at least for myself, is, you know, I understand we're really only guaranteed one more game from here on out, but you know, I think just going out there and having fun and approaching it like you always do, that's what's going to bring you success, and that's what brought us success last year. So you can't be too worried about when it's going to end or how it's going to end. You just got to enjoy the moments and live in the moments, and, you know, don't let them pass you by.
Gabby, do you want to take that too?
Yeah, I would say, obviously, I agree with everything she said, but at the same time, like, we know this is our last tournament as well, and I think that just brings an extra motivation for the 3 of us, and boy and Molly. But so I think just knowing that this is the last time we'll go through this together as a team, and just make the most of it, give it our all every night we're out there.
Were there any players you ever stepped on the floor with where you're like, oh, wow, I'm playing with this person, or you kind of had gotten used to watching them and then it became real?
Yeah, I feel like it was kind of like that way whenever I was playing USA basketball. Like, all those players are really, really talented. And I would say especially when I was in high school still and I was on the U19 team at the time, and Coach Walls was our coach, Coach Close was our coach, and like Ryan Howard was on the team, Naz Hillman was on the team, Aaliyah Boston was on the team. Like, it was just like I came off the bench. Like, it was just a loaded roster of players. Paige was on the team. Haley Van Lith was on the team. Like, all these players that you look around and are having so much success, whether they're either now in the WNBA. Ryan was obviously Rookie of the Year, same with Aaliyah. And I think it's that. Like, I always loved being surrounded by really great players, and I always knew how great they were when I got to play with them. But also at the same time, like, I knew I could hold my own, but also it showed me a lot of ways that I could get better. And whenever I had those experiences, they were really special.
Yeah, we also keep talking about, you know, we only have one more game left in Carver now too. So this was one of 2 games left for us seniors here in Carver, and so trying to enjoy every single moment, and, you know, that puts things in perspective for us. But yeah, I think my head's fine. I just have a nice little goose egg out back there. How do I look?
Horrible.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Go ahead, Scott.
I have nothing to add to that one, but
Gabby Marshall hit pointers early. The first one, that sounded like the roof was going to collapse. What was that? How did that help you as a team? Just kind of, give you a little bit of a breather, and then how did that impact you going throughout the game? Just a couple of her 3-pointers.
Yep, I can go.
Go ahead, Kate.
Yeah. When Gabby's on, it's just, it really like lights a fire under all of us, honestly. When she's hitting her shots and playing with passion and, just sticking her tongue out or like cheering it really lights a fire under all of our butts. So when Gabby's hitting, it's really fun for us. And when you see one go through the net and it was her first shot and our first points, then, makes her contagious. So it was really good to see that out of Gabby, and I've watched Gabby Marchall, so it's been really fun for her, and I've been loving seeing her knock down some shots, continuing over from the Big Ten tournament.
Hello, Rémi Vorano for the French TV, Canal Plus. Question for Caitlin. This is my first time in Iowa City. I've seen so many people. Thank you very much. I've seen so many people saying that you are beyond basketball already, that you are a role model for their kids, whether they're boys or girls, doesn't matter. So many 22 jerseys also. How do you explain this new dimension that you've taken over the last months now? And do you feel it like a responsibility?
Yeah, I think it's something you never get sick of, is seeing somebody wearing your jersey, especially all those little girls and little boys that are screaming for your autograph. And I feel like the city has really embraced our team more than anybody. The state has really embraced our team, and they love our team to death. And that's what's made it so fun. That's what this journey has really been all about, is, people really rallying around us and sharing in these moments and this joy with us. And I think that's been super special, not only for myself, but even like Kate and Gab and, Sharon, who have been here and, are moving on after these 4 years. So I don't really see it as a, something that's, the spotlight's always on me. I think it's my responsibility to, inspire people, but I think that just comes with how I live my life and, how I go about my daily business. It's not anything I'm trying to do. It's just the person I am, and that's kind of what comes along with it.
So for the people who doesn't know you yet, who are you, Caitlin Clark, on and off the
Holy
court?
cow, that's a loaded question. We could go anywhere. You can Google that one. Just Google it. Get your answers.
Even for the French people?
Even for the French people, I guess. Yes, go ahead.
Hello, this is Scott Docterman with The Athletic. This is for Caitlin Clark. You were injured early, it looked like, got hit in the head. How did you recover from that? And did it impact you at all during the game, or did you just shake it off?
Honestly, it was just kind of a stinger to the nose. I was lucky it wasn't anything worse than that, but it didn't really bother me too much. I think you just kind of respond. Nice to have 2 free throws and then run a play, but obviously it looked kind of bad in slow-mo, but it wasn't on purpose. She didn't do that on purpose. So she came up and said sorry, but honestly, I'm totally okay.
Caitlin Clark, please.
You don't have to say my last name, guys. It's okay. Sent them to the foul line a lot, especially there in the first half. It felt like there were a lot of dead ball situations where we weren't really able to push the ball. So I think when we get stops, that leads to our best offense, which is transition offense, and that's what we want to get to.
Okay, thank you, Kate and Caitlin, and you are dismissed.
You are dismissed.